Brought to you by
youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the special interest group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
A very good evening to you, our dear viewer. Once again, thank you so much for allowing us into your space. My name is Patricia Lukoma, empango, and this is News Tonight. Straight away into the bulletin. President Yoweri Museveni has applauded former MP from Mbarara City, Michael Tumsime, and Honorable Boni Kashaija for patriotically agreeing not to stand for elections as independents to avoid dividing the NRM voters. The two shared their grievances with the chairman of NRM and the president of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, ranging from a criminal angle. And of course, President Yoweri Museveni pledged following up the reconciliatory progress of the two-party members, and also thanked Uganda's permanent ambassador, New York, Donia Ayebare, for spearheading the negotiations between Kashaija and Tumsime.
For patriotically agreeing not to come as independents, although they told me their grievances, which I'm going to check, even from a criminal angle, because what some of them are saying are like criminal mistakes. But for the elections, they have agreed not to come as independents in order not to divide our people. And I'm very happy with them. And I have deployed Kashaija here to do the work of PDM, to replace Kalisa, who was there. And I will also see how to deploy SIN so that we unite our people in the Mbarara area.
I want to thank His Excellency the President for, first of all, giving us an opportunity to share with him issues related to Mbarara and the country at large. I also want to thank His Excellency the Ambassador Donia Ayebare for making time to help us come for this meeting. We have agreed in principle for the good of the party, for the good of our nation, to work together to support NRM and to use every available opportunity to educate our people to be out of poverty. A very good lecture that we have heard from His Excellency, so that we live in unity and we protect the gains that NRM has made and we consolidate the achievements made so far.
I'd like to promise the people of Mbarara and Uganda at large that I will work tirelessly for the good of the people. I will work tirelessly to promote NRM. We will be at the forefront to make sure that NRM sails through, and mainly, in particular for me, the job that has been assigned to me, the PDM job, I will ensure that the 4-acre model, which the President has been championing, works and sails through to the grassroots to uplift our people from poverty and to increase the household income in each and every village of this country.
Now, as part of the preparations for President Museveni's 80th birthday, pro-NRM artists under the umbrella movement, our Warmer Combined Artists Association, have unveiled plans for the upcoming Luwombo Lua Birthday Festival, which is due on 15th September this year at Old Kampala Access playground. The group, led by Emma Nsereko Munamasaka, unveiled the activities at UBC Gardens in Kampala.
Emunyenya amatobuta 15 Septemba lwaleeta omununuzi 15 Septemba lunaku lwa byafaayo
abatembeeyi ffe tuwonye Museveni tumwagala nnyo
Muze yakoze Uganda eguze genda mu maaso.
Secretariat gave Munamasaka, Mr. Nsereko, to identify the artists that compose the songs, which has messages for the compiled government efforts and intervention all over the country.
For us as UBC, we are proud to associate with him, with the NRM Secretariat, the State House, Office of the President, and all other ministries and agencies that are behind this preparation. And we pledge to the people of Uganda that we shall broadcast this event live. We shall be bringing...
Ate muzeeyi yakkiriza okubeerawo. State House bwebanga ekirimu, Office ya President ng'ekirimu, Secretariat ekirimu, UBC ewagidde, Flonase ekirimu, Bannayuganda mu kirimu, jjajja lugenda kuwooma olunaku luno. Museveni awooma, abange Museveni awooma. Abange Museveni awooma. Abange Museveni awooma.
Museveni indeed awooma. Now, the vice chairman of the Forum for Democratic Change, FDC party, Robert Centenary, has urged the Electoral Commission to correct its system to ensure that candidates contesting for various positions are properly nominated, while returning nomination forms and supporter forms for signatures for their presidential flag bearer, James Nathan Nandala Mafabi. Centenary said it is their prayer that the Electoral Commission considers the signatures submitted, noting that during local council elections, many of their candidates were disqualified over NIN numbers.
Forum for Democratic Change Party leadership, led by Vice Chairman Robert Centenary and Electoral Commission Chairperson Boniface Toterebukabamwenda, returned nomination forms and supporter forms with signatures from over 98 districts for their presidential flag bearer, Nathan Nandala Mafabi, to the Electoral Commission headquarters in Kampala. The forms and supporters' signatures, all packaged in blue files labelled with district names, were submitted to a team of Electoral Commission officers headed by Chimanje Jonathan from the Election Management Department. Chimanje confirmed that FDC submitted at least 100 supporters' signatures from 2/3 of Uganda's districts, exceeding the 98 district requirement. The supporters' signatures will be verified using automated IT systems to confirm that the signatories physically exist.
Compliance, these forms are moving to another level of verification. After that level, if you comply, then you will be given a certificate of compliance, which will be one of the tickets to use when you're going for nomination.
Vice Chairman Robert Centenary said it is their hope that the Electoral Commission considers the submitted signatures, recalling that during local council nominations, several FDC candidates were disqualified due to NIN issues.
I will advise that the Electoral Commission works on that, because issuance of NIN numbers is not the duty of the citizens but government, and therefore it is the duty of those government agencies and departments that are responsible with issuing NIN numbers to ensure that they issue correct and verifiable NIN numbers, so that we don't suffer these inconveniences that we... The signatures we have brought here are over 1 million.
Some FDC members have also urged the Electoral Commission to treat all presidential contestants fairly, noting that the ruling NRM is outgoing and other parties are incoming.
We had booked at the time when we were supposed to come. NRM came and disturbed our time. They came and disorganized us. They took our space. Call upon EC is to be fair to all parties. NRM now is an outgoing government. Now FDC is in the coming government. The space should be balanced.
Meanwhile, the Electoral Commission has returned independent presidential aspirant David Mugabe from Mayuge along with his supporter and nomination forms for failing to meet one of the requirements which he says was not outlined in the guidelines.
The form that is signed by the legislature of my district, and it has to be like even the summary of the districts that I have bloated, that it has to be the evidence that I have bloated those forms. It is, I'm going back, good enough, we still have more days. I'm going to bring what they have requested.
Presidential nominations are scheduled for 23rd and 24th of September. I'm Nafka Farida in Kampala.
The Minister of State for Youth and Children Affairs, Dr. Balamo Barugahara, has ordered for the arrest and investigations of the District Community Development Officer and the Chief Administrative Officer of Nakaseke District over the misuse of youth and women funds.
And they must give me the accountability or deputy cow. They must account for the money and they must give me the accountability transparently when you are here, even at the rally. So I'm not going to allow. Yes, where the deputy cow? Where is he? So these people should be maybe taken and arrested. Because why are they hiding from facts? The deputy RDC Nakaseke, arrest the office bearer, the accounting officers of this district, let them be investigated by State House Anti-Corruption and IGG. Before they are investigated, they should not step here. As simple as that.
I think about where I come from. So in this, so to gain the campaign is to protect our gains. Starting from kati omuvubuka atalina ssente oli dangerous nnyo.
Now, innovators are calling on government to invest in more locally based innovations and technology to boost skills and support economic development. This follows a win by Eastbert University at the YEPED Hackathon 2025, an initiative aimed at empowering youth in innovation and networking.
Students from Eastbert University to apply technology through a mobile application, USSD code that will help solve problems.
Our solution had to be centered to solve the problem which is at hand, which is youth poverty and also unemployment. So our solution was looking at metrics mostly. It was looking at accessibility first. So we had 3 platforms. We had the USSD, we had a mobile application and a web application, so accessibility was sorted. Next, the funders wanted to know, how do we track our intervention?
When you are given a problem, a real life problem to solve, it impacts you in a way that would have been different elsewhere, because you get to use your skills and also you get to better the people around you, at least the people around you. And of course,
as winners of the Continental YEPED competition, the team noted that government support for innovation remains minimal, yet vital for economic transformation.
I call upon the government of Uganda to continue supporting us, bringing us to such platforms. We are also wise. We can come up with brilliant systems and solutions that can actually be consumed locally and help us.
Among Isbati's innovations was the Kwetu platform, which keeps users updated on new initiatives.
When we design the curriculum, in the curriculum, the university always focuses on that the curriculum should match with the national and international requirements. Because whatever youth is doing, tomorrow they have to become a global citizen. So the meaning of this award, it means it is a demonstration that what the curriculum students are doing and the approach of their learning, because most places, if we say that students are learning with only theoretical aspects, that does not give them a hands-on practice.
How Smart University is nurturing our students to win competitions and show their abilities there, and they are transforming challenges to opportunities.
Is a project that is going to undertake piloting from the West Nile, including the districts of Nebi, Amadikoro, and this project looks at having up an entrepreneurship empowerment boosting platform.
The competition, which saw Ezebat emerge winners, also featured students from Uganda Christian University, Makerere University, and Muni University in Arua. Irene Faith Nantongo, Stephen Kalisia, UBC News.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo. Dial *165 *80#. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees.
At UNOC, we believe in safety.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the rider selection campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Big thing about the MTN Super. Wali yakapia musite wali yakapia. Wali yakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairo mpia. Vibe mpia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebi akabibiona. Wali yakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairo mpia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebi akabibiona.
Get the new Kabode Super smartphone and enjoy 16 GB free. Start with a deposit of only 45,000 Uganda shillings and pay the rest mpola in daily installments of less than 1K. You can also make weekly and monthly installments. Together, our vibes are unstoppable. Terms and conditions apply.
MTN.
MTN is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort, and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Revered as the patrons of the wild, my horn stood tall, announcing my presence among Africa's Big Five. Yet, with all my strength, I struggled to survive. Then Uganda Wildlife Authority gave us something, a safe home at the Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary. And here we began to thrive again. Today, we are 48 members strong, with 17 cows, ready to take our unique story into the future. This is your lifetime opportunity to name a rhino, and with it, find the conservation efforts that keep our story alive. For more information, visit our website, www.ugandawildlifeauthority.org.
Coffee Spirit, Simba G. Coffee Spirit, Simba G. Check out down the cup. SMS the code. Wamure virabo. Tulaga manyi. Karuka sita wabuza.
Masaba maji. Masaba maji.
Bikole Masavu ne Premier Distilleries. Simply buy Coffee Spirit or Simba Gin. Check under the cap, send the code to 6688 and stand a chance to win border borders, tuk-tuks, cash, airtime, flat screens, mobile phones and a grand prize of 50 million Uganda shillings. This promotion is valid for a limited time only. Terms and conditions apply. Alcohol is not for sale to persons under 18. Please drink responsibly.
For 40 years, your trust has been our most valuable investment.
We have turned your savings into investments, delivering returns that grow with you.
We are driven by innovation, defined by convenience. So wherever life takes you, your fund is right there.
Mommy, look. Because we are in the business of changing lives today and shaping tomorrow.
Join us for the 13th annual members meeting.
Happening 22nd September 2025, starting at 9 a.m. live on TV and online, to discover a steadfast performance guided by accountability and built on transparency. Visit www.nssfug.org/AMM 2025 to register your attendance. NSSF, a better life.
Minutes past 8 o'clock. News Tonight continues in our next segment. Now, the NRM Secretariat officials have submitted signature forms of party supporters to the Independent Electoral Commission as one of the requirements for the nomination of President Yoweri Museveni as a party's flag bearer in the upcoming presidential elections. Party's Secretary General Richard Todwong says NRM collected more than 2 million signatures, far beyond what is required by the Electoral Commission. The signatures delivered in a yellow trailer truck were escorted by thousands of supporters.
A procession of thousands of NRM supporters, including skaters, music bands and party officials, set off from the party headquarters at Plot 10 Chadondo Road in Kampala at midday. From Chadondo Road through Yusuf Lule Road and Ginger Road roundabout to 7th Street Industrial Area where the Electoral Commission offices are located, supporters trekked alongside the yellow truck carrying 2.2 million signatures said to have been collected from across the country.
The expectation is that we have started the journey
for total nomination of our candidate. These signatures are a requirement by the law that we need to pick 100 signatures at least from the 2/3 of every district of Uganda. And I'm speaking with all pride that we have collected these signatures from all the districts of Uganda, and we even have extra. So we have handed over more than 2 million signatures, and these are confirmation of the votes we are going to have. So already we have deposited our votes with the Electoral Commission.
Yeah, that's what the mass party does. We couldn't have like 10 small cars carrying them. That's why we opted for a trailer, a bigger one. And because we wanted people to get to know what was happening, that's why we branded it, so that people could know that the truck on the road has connections with NRM and the president in power. So that's what has happened. But we are grateful to the people of Uganda, because these signatures, within 7 days, we had 2.2 million. So our expectation this time is that we need to look at 75% of the votes. The minimum we are targeting, 75% of the voters in Uganda.
It took the supporters about an hour to march from Chadondo Road to industrial area.
We have brought signatures for the nomination of a presidential candidate for the National Resistance Movement Party. The signatures were signed for the candidature of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Speaking to the media after the verification exercise, Secretary General Richard Todong said the more than 2 million signatures collected demonstrate the party's strength ahead of 2026.
And these are confirmation of the votes we are going to have. So already we have deposited our votes with the Electoral Commission. Hopefully, they will start counting from 2 million and above.
NRM supporters pledged even greater support to their chairman, President Museveni, once he is nominated.
Saying that already victory is ours. As we talk right now, our opponents have not even selected the flag bearers. There's no way they can win us. Already we have the presidential flag bearer already selected, identified. We have brought the signatures. We are ready. We have members of parliament. So what do we want now? We want over 14 million votes now.
I just want to call upon all the youth to come together so that we can vote the president of this country, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
The Electoral Commission will nominate our presidential candidates whose signatures comply with guidelines on the 23rd and 24th of September. Joan Murungi and Philip Aguta for UBC News.
Well, it's time for us to cross over to Makerere University, where Sept Minister for Lands, Dr. Sam Mayanja, has officially handed over 1 square mile of land to Makerere University Chancellor Dr. Crispus Kionga for the construction of the Agro-industrial Park in Banda Chankwanzi district. Let's hear more in this report.
The land, which falls under 16 ranches covering a total of 6 square miles, was originally allocated in 1989 when President Yoweri Museveni directed the Ministry of Agriculture and Makerere University to establish an agro-industrial park. However, due to lack of funds, the project stalled and residents later settled on the land.
In 1989, His Excellency the President had a dream to turn 1 square mile here into a demonstration project, a vet agriculture project.
During a stakeholders meeting attended by Dr. Mayanja, Dr. Chionga, Chankwanzi Woman MP Christine Bukenya, Uganda Land Commission officials and residents, it was agreed that Makerere University will officially take over the land on the 25th of this month. The government pledged to compensate more than 50 residents currently occupying the land for their homes, farms, and other properties.
The President directed the Ministry of Agriculture to donate 1 square mile. We are to, as Minister of Lands and Uganda Land Commission, to deliver that 1 square mile to Makerere University for Vet to start its work.
Dr. Mayanja said the project is in line with the President's vision to modernize agriculture and livestock production for national development.
The vet agriculture project where advanced technology is used into agriculture to give the benefit, the best benefit for our people, for the country.
He added that the agro-industrial park will create jobs, provide training in modern farming practices, and open new markets abroad for Ugandan produce.
The local leaders have requested that for 2 weeks, so that in those 2 weeks they mobilize their people, sensitize them on 2 major issues: the issue of compensation, the issue of relocation.
Honorable Christine Bukenya, together with residents, welcomed the development, but emphasized that no affected families should be left uncompensated.
The project is going to benefit we as the farmers and cattle keepers, because it's going to be how to improve in cattle keeping and how to improve in agriculture.
According to Makerere University's research, the area has many large-scale farmers, but agricultural productivity remains low.
University, when it is brought here on that land and it is well implemented, I know it will have spread effect. It will spread to the people who are neighboring it and even throughout the district.
The new park is expected to transform farming in the region and boost Uganda's agro-industrial capacity. Cayenne Faith, Jamil Sekaja.
Now into the health sector, the burden of cancer and the need for palliative care remains a growing health concern in the country. Leaders, health experts and stakeholders have converged for the 5th Uganda Conference on the Cancer and Palliative Care in Kampala to discuss innovations, access to treatment and strengthening community support.
The 5th Cancer and Palliative Care Conference is a call for stronger partnerships, community involvement and sustained investment to tackle the rising cancer burden. The Executive Director, Uganda Cancer Institute, Dr. Jackson Oriem, underscored the importance of supporting regional cancer centers to expand access to treatment.
Instead of us scattering resources, we need to combine resources and work together with government so that we can consolidate whatever little that is there to actually provide equipment as well as facilities that can actually manage cancer under the framework of comprehensive national cancer control program. One of the things we have been requesting and asking for as civil society is government to support hospices, government to support organizations that offer care beyond what the hospitals offer. At the point when somebody is discharged, to go home, sometimes not to go home for cure, but to go home to continue with the sickness during the end of life.
Representing the Vice President, Minister of State for Health, Hanifa Kawoya, emphasized that cancer and other non-communicable diseases are now among the leading causes of death, stressing that palliative care is a shared responsibility.
This conference is therefore more than a meeting of experts. It is a call to solidarity, and we must stand together as leaders, health workers, families, and communities to ensure that every Ugandan facing serious illness receives care that restores not only the health but also hope.
Government reaffirmed its commitment to expanding cancer services, including prevention, vaccination, screening, and community-based palliative care. The minister announced a financial contribution to support ongoing programs.
I have contributed 5 million to support our patients. I strongly believe this noble cause and urge us to all continue working together, providing essential services and quality care for our cancer patients.
The conference also heard from innovators developing new cancer drugs, including advanced therapies, which experts say could transform cancer treatment in Africa.
I talked about the drug called pembrolizumab, Keytruda, for treatment of lung cancer. It generated $38 billion. $38 billion. That's the revenue of all East African companies combined. We are going to be making some of those drugs right in Matuga. And our government will be able to collect taxes, and this money will be able to go back to the people.
Mary Namkose, UBC News.
The NRM Deputy Secretary General Rosemary Namayanja has encouraged the NRM fraternity to emphasize party flag bearers and remain united to enable the party reclaim its fame. Namayanja was officiating at the handing over of the agricultural inputs through the Ministry of Agriculture donated to the farmers in Greater Luero.
The agriculture inputs worth over 1 billion shillings, including 50 maize hullers, milk cans, tablings, coffee seedlings, fertilizers, among others, have been handed over to farmers from Luero, Nakaseke and Nakasongola districts. These agricultural commodities, donated by government through the Ministry of Agriculture to promote value addition and commercial farming, were lobbied to the farmers by the NRM Deputy Secretary General Rose Namayanja, Minister Dr. J.C. Muyingo and Alice Kaboyo. The NRM Deputy Secretary General, Rose Namayanja, congratulated the beneficiaries for the donation aimed at promoting commercial farming and promised that government is committed to continue with this agenda for affirmative action aimed at improving the livelihoods of people.
First and foremost, this program started last year in May. We cannot stop because we are going in campaigns and say we shall not give out these items. So it will continue for as long as the ministry and government are doing their work, and we also continue to lobby.
Namayanja, on the issue of the forthcoming general elections, advised the general public, especially the NRM fraternity, to vote for the party flag bearers and condemned politicians politicizing government programs.
Agriculture across the districts of Luero, Nakaseke and Nakasongola. This sub-region holds special place in Uganda's history and in our national agriculture transformation journey. It is here that we see the resilience of our farmers, the determination of households to rise from subsistence into commercial farming, and the unity of leaders to support agriculture development.
The Minister of State for Animal Industry in the Ministry of Agriculture, Bright Ramirama, encouraged the beneficiaries to utilize these agriculture donations to raise income-generating activities in their households by engaging in commercial farming. Among others, the function was attended by the Minister for Public Service, Muruli Mukasa, and State for Luero Triangle, Alice Kaboyo.
The intention is actually cause modernization of agriculture through technological application. So these machines are supposed to help our people to actually get much involved in commercial agriculture and to increase productivity.
Naye buli district batuwadde obuuma obukongola kasooli oba obukola emmere y'enkoko oba emmere y'ebisolo. Bagenda kutuwa bu walking tractors, batuwadde ensigo ya kasooli, batuwadde ensigo y'emmwanyi, abalimi bagenda kufuna amatundubaali.
Mary Namkose, Salongo Kasibante, UBC News.
Uganda has a $1 trillion dispute stuck in the commercial courts alone, yet too few of the African commercial disputes are solved by the African arbitrators. African Women in Arbitration is calling on African governments to support the growth of arbitration and mediation in Africa as a reliable alternative for litigation.
African Women in Arbitration is now paving way for professionals to excel in the field of arbitration by creating more inclusive and dynamic field of dispute resolution, as the Executive Director, African Women in Arbitration, Edith Namasko, explains.
We're encouraging women to come up and be trained, yeah? It's not just to promote, you have to have the competence, you have to have the skills. So that's why we go ahead and organize this training session. So after training you, what next? We take you through a mentorship journey, work with someone who's already established. We all know that in this arbitration area, you need to have a network of people to recommend you for appointments and so on. So mentorship is very important and dear to us.
This was during a 2-day African Women in Arbitration training and symposium that convened experts, practitioners and policymakers at Serena Hotel in Kampala, under the theme, Driving Africa's Energy Transformation, the Role of Arbitration in Advancing Africa's Green Future. The General Secretary, National Union of Lawyers, Judicial Officers and Allied Workers, Penina Tukamwesigwa, called on Ugandan courts to promote alternative dispute resolution to reduce on-court backlog.
Yeah, arbitration really, it's a general problem in Uganda. There's backlog of cases everywhere. So the moment you use any method, any alternative dispute resolution like arbitration settle cases, automatically cases will go down because people will choose. They have arbitrated and it's more speedy, more efficient, more effective than waiting for a hearing, waiting for a mention or a hearing where it's up to the courts to decide whether the judge will sit or not. If it's court recession, you cannot proceed with your cases. There are so many turbulences being in court than when you venture for these alternative dispute resolutions like arbitration.
Experts called for reform in the bilateral investment treaties to conform to the international standards.
One of the avenues we could use as a means of reducing our vulnerability to climate change is by using bilateral investment treaties. So bilateral investment treaties, in essence, they are tools for mitigating the impact of climate change. However, the challenge that we have is that they are relics of colonial era. They lack substantive provisions.
Experts emphasize the need for African governments to move beyond political declaration and demonstrate tangible leadership by integrating climate justice into national budgets, legal frameworks, and development plans.
Now, weak oversight at the local government level continues to undermine the accountability in the use of public funds. In response, the Alliance for Finance Monitoring, in partnership with the Uganda National NGO Forum, has launched a comprehensive report to assess the functionality and capacity of local government public accounts committee across 18 districts in the country.
The assessment, conducted in close to 18 districts, highlights several gaps and reveals that local government public accounts committees face numerous challenges that hinder their performance.
Many of these public accounts committees are not fully constituted. So we find the public accounts committee at local government level should have 5 members, but we find many of them have 3. Now with 3, then they cannot operate. The second one is they lack resources. So the local government public accounts committee cannot convene, cannot sit. They cannot go and conduct field visits. They don't even have vehicles. They have to beg the cow. And so they are not able to do their work. Number 3, there are issues of political interference, because many of them are appointed on the recommendation of the political leaders in the district.
The Minister for Local Government, Honorable Raphael Majezi, stresses the importance of properly screening the qualifications of local government public accounts committee members to avoid appointing underqualified individuals who may lack the capacity to interpret financial reports.
Of members of accountability committees, surely somebody at A level, yeah, this is good, but it's not good enough. You're examining a budget, you're examining a financial statement. You must be able to know whether it's balanced, you must be able to know whether it's linked to the overall goals and objectives and plans of the council. Now you are dealing with highly qualified and educated officers in the district. So we need to examine that issue of the qualifications of the Public Accounts Committee members.
The minister reaffirmed his commitment to addressing these challenges and ensuring that the committees are empowered to perform their oversight roles effectively.
These accountability committees, I'm going to make sure that they are fully constituted. They're supposed to be 5 members. I don't see why they are not there. There are people who are there. The minimum qualification is A level. Really, there are so many people who qualify, people of integrity, people of good moral standing, who should be part of this. We're also going to make sure that we improve their facilitation.
Nals Bawini, UBC News.
like a condo. He's stealing and robbing and Jonathan Walker is destroying.
Vandalism is an offense punishable by up to 10 years in jail.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the rider selection campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Well, it's time for us to look at what's happening in the world of business. Now, over 4,000 youths under the presidential skilling of the girls and boy children have been assessed by the Uganda Vocational and Technical Assessment Board. These have been undergoing skills training in different vocational occupations. And according to the coordinator, Presidential Skilling Initiative, Serugo Moses Sunday, this initiative is aimed at addressing socio-economic development through job creation.
Uganda's education system is targeting to produce graduates with skills that are competitive on the labor market. At least 4,248 youth from 9 presidential skilling centers of Sabwe, Wandegeya, Wabigalo, Mutundwe, Chigowa, Mulago, Chikoni Nankulabi and Luzira have been assessed by the Uganda Vocational and Technical Assessment Board and are ready to create employment for development. They have acquired skills in tailoring, bakery, weaving, knitting, hairdressing, leather designing, among others. The coordinator Presidential Skills Initiative, Serugo Moses, says the vision to reduce unemployment among the youth in the countryside is now a reality.
And today we are here with the UBTAB. UBTAB is from Ministry of Education. They are here to do assessment. After assessment, they give them certificates. After getting certificate, they go there and start businesses. So I'm appealing people around there to come here and get skills because it is for free.
The Principal Qualification Officer, UVTEB, Tuliasimile Johnson, says all the exercise is to verify the trained youth competence in their skills.
So we are looking at competencies. Are you in a position to perform? If you are a knitter, can you knit a sweater that meets the international standards? Because the aim of these assessments also is to reduce on the imports and promote exports.
Center administrators say such skills acquired by the youth will transform them and their communities.
Really, the government has really helped these people to get skills, and skilling is for free of charge.
they don't bring anything. And I would like to thank our President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for this initiative. It has really helped the learners to progress.
At our skilling center, we train students in various skills, such as knitting, embroidery, hairdressing, bakery, tailoring, and shoemaking.
At least 26,743 youth have acquired skills from the presidential skilling centers since its inception in 2017.
They rehabilitate you and really teach you more than just hairdressing. They teach you business skills, customer relations, how to interact with people. So I came here and I got the opportunity to start studying.
If you hear any program like this of helping kids who have no money to go to school, who had no chance to go to school even, please just send you and go and register with the program.
Well, we do appreciate, and of course that was the presidential skilling of over 4,000 youths under the presidential skilling initiatives, where they focused on young boys and young girls. Now we get back to the Africa Women Arbitration, where Uganda has $1 trillion dispute stuck in commercial courts alone, and yet a few African commercial disputes are solved in African arbitration. Now, the member states under the Asia-Africa Legal Consultant Organization, ALCO, have resolved to put more focus on combating cybercrime and strengthening interventions trade among ahead of their next year's session.
The Asian African Legal Consultant Organization ALCO session has entered the fourth day, with member states discussing issues aimed at strengthening the relationship and developing member states. Among the key issues tackled in the meeting was the international trade and investment law, legal protection of migrant workers, prohibition of aggressive and use of force in international law, and protection of civilians during armed conflicts.
It has been our sincere desire to export what works best here in Uganda and also import what works best in other countries. It is also important to know what are you putting out there.
South Africa is keen to share its experiences and to learn from other countries through the establishment of an asset recovery forum, its corporate alternative dispute resolution framework, and its work with international partners in tracing and repatriating stolen funds.
During the session, member states expressed the need to come up with regional tribunal centers for easy address of disputes rising between member states.
And that involves the fees of the arbitrators, it involves getting the teams, and remember you are committing resources, both financial and human resource.
The costs of arbitration, the arbiters, very expensive, so can we look at other innovative ways like alternative dispute resolution?
Dispute resolution is very important for the economy, in the sense that you free up the capital that is held up in dispute.
In regards to migrants workers, members want the existing laws to be reinforced, though there are some challenges needed to be addressed within respective member states.
And clearly this organization brings us together, and everybody is very willing to ensure that the law is implemented, but most importantly, that our people are recognized as humans.
This arrangement gives us an opportunity to be able to see what do you need in Vietnam, what do you need in China. People do not export human beings, they export skills.
Canon Samuel Ilagara, the Deputy Head of Governance and Programs Secretariat and Deputy Senior Advisor Jeros, highlighted some of the achievements from ALCO to Uganda, including boosting imports and exports.
ALCO has given us an opportunity to interface with other players, those who import from us, those whom we import from, and whatever we do has a bearing, even on the local people.
Member states called for collective efforts in strengthening trade.
We encourage ALCO to study the AFC FTA's innovative approach to investment, competition policy, and intellectual property rights.
Thailand firmly believes that rule in this area must reflect our priorities and remain free from politicization and distortion.
All these laws in terms of trade law, investment law exist. The main focus of ALCO is how can we, between our states within the organization, ensure that implementation of those laws is favoring both us as Africans, but also the Asian community.
So these are some of the aspects that as Uganda we would like to see reformed at the international scene to make sure that arbitration is affordable and also in terms of time, the time frame taken.
Deborah Namamonde, Viola Nansuga.
Now, the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Anita Among, directed the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, Matiya Kashaija, to present a loan request to Parliament for the approval to start rehabilitation works on Fort Portal Mubende Road, which is in a sorry state. The Speaker was presiding over the 30th Toro Kingdom empango celebrations held at Karuzika Palace in Fort Portal City, where she represented the President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Kabamba Iguru Rukidi, the fourth concern to the government of Uganda over the poor state of Fort Portal Mubende Road that has retarded development in the region.
His Excellency President Wihanga, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Hamu, the Right Honorable Speaker, Hansonga Yurgudo, Kurukatoro, Tugenda Kampala. Rubumuno, Kali Mukananize, Obsubuzi, Loburambuzi, Toro Hani. Nisawa, Rukoweho, Mubwango, Muno.
At the 30th coronation event, different speakers expressed concern over the poor state of Fort Portal Mubende Road and the effect it has created to the development of the region. According to King Oyo, the road has limited tourism and business transactions to continue in the area, asking the president to act accordingly.
I want to make about to request from government on behalf of the Toro is the Fort Portal Mubende Kampala Road. That road is a bad state, so Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Parliament appropriates money, that institution, but the road is really sad. It's a sad state.
The King appreciated the good relationship between the Kingdom and government and reminded President Museveni on the return of Toro Kingdom properties. He asked the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, to make a follow-up.
Nimbamanisa emyenda ya Toro nywena ngutuchali mkalitangu okugara ebyapa bya bataka gobukama. Nisaba Right Honorable Speaker kutiyamba ansonge enkuru muno. Ninterera abantu abali hamataka gobukama kwataniza na Kingdom Land Board. Nuko mtunge ebhandiko hamataka ganyi.
Speaker of Parliament Anita Among assured the King on the return of the Kingdom properties and fixing of the dilapidated Fort Portal Mubende Road. She directed the Finance Minister to present a loan to Parliament for rehabilitation of the road to start within 1 week.
The rehabilitation works must start within the 2 weeks. I am also aware that through the Minister of Finance, and I am happy the Minister of Finance is here, through the Minister of Finance is supposed to bring a loan request to me in Parliament for full construction of that road.
Other concerns raised during empango was the struggling tea sector, where the Minister for Agriculture, Frank Tumwebaze, responded that the President directed the Finance Minister to release 312 billion shillings to support the tea sector.
Right Honorable Speaker, the President has directed in writing that the finance looks for 312 billion for the tea people. Kuyamba aba factory, kuyamba abalimi na ebijumusa, nokusasula abantu abatwere seedlings for chai.
Toro Kingdom highlighted on the 25-year development agenda, which among others focus on health promotion, socio-economic transformation through modern agriculture, access to clean water, and skilling the youth, which is in line with the government agenda. The 30th empango celebration started with the church service led by the 3 inter-religious bishops and other members of the clergy, and was attended by different government officials and heads of foreign missions in Uganda.
And that brings us to the end of our bulletin, News Tonight at 8. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. Let's meet again at 10 o'clock.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Big thing about the MTN Super. Wali yakapia musite wali yakapia. Wali yakapia. MTN kabo the Super mustairo mpia. Then you kabo the smartphone nebi yakabibiona. Wali yakapia. MTN kabo the Super mustairo mpia. Then you kabo the smartphone nebi yakabibiona.
Get the new Kabode Super smartphone and enjoy 16 GB free. Start with a deposit of only 45,000 Uganda shillings and pay the rest in daily